Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. It's happening, guys, slowly but surely. Bitcoin is moving upward. We saw this most recent low back at the beginning of the month, May the 1st, 2024, when Bitcoin was going for under $60,000 per coin. Boy, a far cry from that $74,000 all-time high that we just printed. So back almost 3 weeks ago, we were seeing a Bitcoin trading at 56,500. Over the last few weeks now, we've been noticing indications that institutions were buying up more Bitcoin. They were obviously realizing that this dip was not going to last forever. Remember, guys, Bitcoin price did go down by 23%, and today now we are up to 67,200 per BTC. So a far cry from where we were only 2.5 weeks ago. And guys, the market is going to continue to rally. Here, I'm going to throw Bitcoin on the hourly just to show you guys what we've been seeing over the last several hours now. So Tuesday, Wednesday, that was pretty much the bulk of the activity that we saw for Bitcoin. We did retrace a little bit, and even yesterday, throughout Friday morning and Friday afternoon, this is when we saw this latest pump. And now we're just kind of basing here, waiting for Bitcoin to get up above this level here. And of course, if I zoom out again on the chart, you guys can see here that that is the exact level that we need to break to pierce that resistance from back in April. So once we get past there, guys, we're back into the 70s. That would make it 72,000 roughly, give or take. So that would be the next level, 72,700 per BTC, which is pretty much all-time high at that point. I think this resistance level doesn't mean so much. It will be the $73,700 mark that we're going to really be eyeing before Bitcoin does start to make new all-time highs. So what are we seeing now, guys, in the crypto space? 62. It's back in green. We're no longer in neutral territory. It is now officially classified green. And I think we can see that here in the prices we're seeing in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin up 1.31. Ethereum's up to 2.57%. Solana's doing fairly well, 3.88%. XRP up, not by much, only about 1/5%. Some coins are still in the red, but most altcoins are doing fairly well within the last 24 hours at least, even despite the fact that 24-hour volume is actually down 17.47% in the last 24 hours. On-chain analytics, though, guys, painting a picture, maybe a more complete picture for you guys. The reason I show you guys this and the reason why I study this is to know what's going on specifically in terms of those shorter crypto trends. For more information, guys, and all my picks this bull run, you can find all that at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I use, stuff like this to decide what I'm going to be doing next. And then as soon as I make those trades, I let my Patreon subscribers know. I think I'll be getting another update out today, guys, rehashing some information that some of you guys may have missed. So stay tuned for that. Willy Woo posting this. So the SOPR update for Bitcoin profit taking has completed. You guys remember this from back in March 2021? I remember this because I did like this tweet before. There was good and bad news for Bitcoin when it did reach this peak up here, when we did originally see that retrace. Well, guys, it looks as though profit taking has completed, and it took 2 months. A very healthy retest against a backdrop of capital flows into the network climbing again. So as we did see that retrace come down, we did see Bitcoin, of course, dip down first and then slowly cascade downward as we were making lower lows. But now, guys, the trend has switched and we are making those higher highs. So it looks as though this particular accumulation phase is done. It's over. I'm glad I got into those final last altcoin positions that I did over the last 2 months. So Willy Woo saying that, CryptoCon here also pointing this out. Can we tell what the next Bitcoin cycle top will be with a simple Fibonacci extension? Well, maybe so. Using the cycle retraces shown, the first 2 cycles came very close to the 2.618 extension, and the last cycle did hit 1.618. Hitting the 1.618 would bring us a price of about $159, let's call it $160,000 per Bitcoin for all intents and purposes. And so you guys are asking me for my targets. A lot of this, guys, is going to depend, and I'm still working those out. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for more information as the time does come. I'm looking at everything here. This in particular is going to play a role in this. Bitcoin price top. So, in the past, we saw Bitcoin hit the top of the Fibonacci, but in most recent trends, we haven't seen Bitcoin hit the top of the Fibonacci. So these are all very interesting indications of where we could, in fact, see Bitcoin go next here. Let me just throw a Fibonacci on here for you guys from back in 2017, 2018. And you can see it over here. Bitcoin just got past the 3.618, but didn't actually make it to the 4.236, not all the way. So these analytics are going to play a large role in where I decide to put my targets for my altcoins, and especially for my Bitcoin. Something to be thinking about, because, we've been hearing these targets from analysts: 300,000 per BTC, 350,000, 250,000, 150,000, 100,000, right? I don't find any of these targets ridiculous, but we do have to be precise because we only got one shot at this. DFTU, right? Anyway, wanted to thank CryptoCon here and Willy Woo for the insight. Another factor that's going to play an important role is if we do see this real-world utility finally kick in by the end of the crypto cycle. Bank XRP posting this, another stunning new video from Ripple Labs. And I'm not going to play you guys the full video, but I wanted to play you guys some sections of this. I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen this video by now. It is 4.5 minutes, but I'm going to play you guys a couple of clips that I thought were particularly interesting.
To build breakthrough crypto solutions for a world without economic borders. One thing that unites our customers is the need for a secure and dependable solution. And our customers truly do span the globe, from North America to LATAM to APAC and EMEA. It's absolutely critical for us to build a product that works for our customers, no matter where they're located and no matter what their business use case is.
So there we have Brooks Entwistle starting it off there with a bit of an intro. I got to say, Brooks has got a great voice for this kind of thing. And then, we've got several Ripple partners here, including the guy wearing the Tranglo pajamas, discussing the benefits of leveraging Ripple and XRP. I showed this particular clip from Modular the other day. Here's a representative from Brazil. Just going to go through this. I think the next guy's from the UAE, from Abu Dhabi. And then Brooks Entwistle continues here. Let me just take it from this point here.
Since Ripple started our network, we've moved over $30 billion worth of volume in over 20 million transactions. But most importantly, last year alone, over 60% of our volume came from on-demand liquidity using the digital asset XRP. That is the future.
Guys, 60% of Ripple's volume now using XRP. So that is the future. We're still seeing it in smaller amounts, and we're not seeing that big bang quite yet. So, once we do see that tipping point, once we do finally get regulations, I think a lot of things are really going to change. I'm just scrolling through this, and again, I will link it in the description of the video for you guys if you guys are interested in watching the full thing. What I wanted to bring up was this.
For crypto, the future holds a more critical part in actual business activities. And we're in a very important part of our industry right now where we're transitioning away from really purely speculative use cases to actual commercial use cases. There's some instant benefits that we get from Liquidity Hub. Programmatic, upfront pricing that allows acquisitions and withdrawals of NFTs instantaneously. That is a big order that doesn't really exist from the other platforms that we've tried before. Not to mention, Ripple is building crypto for business, which means that they have a suite of products, not just Liquidity Hub, but external payouts through their payment network, as well as additional features that they're bringing to bridge these products together. That is an unbeatable offering for a business like ours, who lives and dies by our ability of trading, as well as making pay-ins and payouts to our global customer base.
At Ripple, we are totally dedicated to making that happen for our customers, to ensure that they can continue to deliver for their own customers.
Okay, so just wanted to bring up that last partnership there with Supermojo and Craig DeWitt, a former Ripple employee. He was saying that they were moving further away from the speculative use cases to real-world enterprise use cases, guys. So that is part of what is going to be so important moving forward. We heard Brooks Entwistle say that 60% of their volume was now using XRP, whereas before, in the early days, not a lot of XRP utility was being used over the XRP Ledger for enterprise-grade payments. So I get the feeling that Ripple is starting with these partnerships. They're moving along slowly but surely. They're capping these types of payments out. And then once we see that big financial reset, boom, it's going to be trillions of dollars eventually. Right now, it's millions. It's tens of millions of dollars, which is really not a lot when you think about it. Craig DeWitt also was talking about leveraging NFTs on the XRP Ledger, which brings me to this. I just happened to see this. Linking objects to the XRP Ledger is quite easy now. In the future, NFTs or other objects will evolve, and their ownership will be easy to determine and more difficult to falsify. So this is just an example of somebody taking a photo here of this stuffed creature. Stuffed, pixelated, I don't know, I don't know what that is. But, basically showing us that just by taking a photo. You can pull it into BitHop and it shows you exactly what this is just based on one photo. Right now, anyone can buy an NFC sticker and link it to an NFT. So guys, these are the types of new types of use cases we are seeing for the XRP Ledger. So this is really going to help expand the new verticals the Ripple is now getting into, which will eventually boost XRP liquidity. But for XRP to really be useful in the grand scheme of things, we do need those regulations, in the United States plays a large role in that. Anders here bringing this to my attention. I'm not sure how long it would take for this bill to potentially pass, but what if it would pass before the final remedies decision in the Ripple case? Think about that for a second, guys. Judge Torres is right now thinking about what the final verdict is going to be in Ripple and SEC, and we're expected to get that verdict anywhere between July and September of this year. Would this bill include classification of different digital assets? Would be very interesting to know how the FIT bill would impact different cases launched by the SEC in the crypto industry. So he's got a lot of questions. If you guys remember, I did recently do a video about the FIT bill, linking some Bearable Guy clues from 2018, making this whole scenario just a touch more interesting. If you guys didn't catch that video, I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. But here we have the US House of Representatives. They're on the verge of a vote that will represent the closest the crypto industry has ever been towards finally winning US regulators. And the sector's associations and top businesses are encouraging House leaders to support the effort. So just in a nutshell, that is the biggest hurdle that we're now facing. This article goes on in more detail, and I will link it in the description of the video for you. But I just wanted to bring this up because this is a landmark, pivotal moment for cryptocurrency in the United States. The bill would set the CFTC as a leading regulator for digital assets, and it sets out clear divisions for what the CFTC will handle and what would fall under the reach of the Security and Exchange Commission. It would establish customer protections, including rules around custody of customers' assets and their treatment in bankruptcy, and set up further guardrails against risky behavior. Here's a quote: "By passing the legislation, we can accelerate the growth of blockchain technology and digital assets, fostering financial inclusion and protecting national security." This was according to a letter. "It is crucial for the U.S. to maintain its leadership in financial innovation." No doubt. So that's going to be interesting, moving forward. Anders here saying, apparently crypto assets in general would fall under the CFTC, meaning crypto assets would be considered non-securities except for specific circumstances. So it should fall outside SEC jurisdiction, if I'm understanding this correctly. So that would definitely play, a big role and very much a differentiating role for the SEC when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And to Anders' point here, if we do get this before Judge Torres comes up with her verdict, well, maybe that could change her mind when it comes to her final verdict too. So something to keep tabs on there. SBI Digital Assets Holding, which is a Ripple partner, did just recently complete a survey with over 50 institutions. Two of the key findings, guys: 67.3% of these institutions were investing and transacting in cryptocurrencies. And the other thing is 32.7% of these institutions agreed that CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies, would receive the highest adoption in the next 3 years. Here are just some charts here. I also do have the study that you guys can check out. I will link the link in the description of the video. But just to take a look at some of these stats, if you are currently investing or transacting in digital assets, which of the following are you investing and transacting in the most? And 67.3% said cryptocurrencies. So stable coins are only at 5.8, non-fungible tokens or NFTs 5.8, central bank digital currencies, so CBDCs 5.8%, and security tokens at 15.4. It's we're getting into a space that I think is easily navigatable for us, but for a lot of these institutions, they're still trying to figure out what is the best avenue for them to invest, but also not just to invest, because there's two things here, right? Investing to make profit, kind of like you would invest in stock securities. And then there's the real world utility. Which cryptocurrencies do I actually need in order to better my business? So two very different mentalities here, I guess, when it comes to investing in cryptos. And so this is why part of the, the education curve is so big for a lot of these institutions. They have to understand everything about it, and they really have to get a grasp on it now. I mean, I'm looking at my fake watch that's on my wrist. They got to figure it out now, because in a few months, guys, it'll be too late to start investing. So wanted to thank Subjective Views for that. Wrath of Kahneman also bringing this to our attention. Ripple user Al-Ansari Exchange has partnered with another Ripple payment provider, TerraPay. TerraPay's global payment solutions for local payout needs have now integrated with Al-Ansari Exchange's extensive network. This expands both organizations' scopes of operations and improves their capabilities to serve a broader customer base with efficient, secure, and seamless transactions. So two Ripple partners in this particular case working together, using that synergy and leveraging the Ripple network to really provide better payments, more efficient payments for their customers. The partnership is in line with the company's strategic objectives of expanding its global footprint and enhancing its offerings. And down here, part of a quote, this collaboration signifies our commitment to providing our customers with flexible and reliable remittance options. TerraPay's global network and innovative technology complements our expertise, allowing us to offer a wider range of services. So 2024, guys, we're seeing, a lot more of this. Ripple partners partnering up with other Ripple partners and, considering, even though the technology is interoperable, I'm sure it's a lot easier to start to partner up with somebody leveraging the same RippleNet technology as yourself. This just makes the integration more seamless. And, even, from a corporate standpoint, you can kind of look at the company and be like, oh yeah, okay, you're integrated with Ripple too. So we're on the same page. Let's just make this work together. And I think that this is why, by 2024, at this point in time, we're seeing these companies forming more of these partnerships. And as Brad Garlinghouse said, that is just going to get the flywheel to move faster and faster. And sure enough, it is. So more XRP utility there. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. BeatsFin came out with a survey yesterday, or a poll, I guess I should say, getting expensive commercial API access from Twitter to bring back the XRP tip bot. Who remembers the XRP tip bot? This time fully self-custodial. Monthly subscription would be $2 for users to cover API costs. So what are you guys thinking? Yeah or no? I hit no, thinking most people would hit no. But apparently, people are willing to pay the $2. 58.7% saying yes, I'll pay the $2. 41.3% saying no. So, I guess it's one thing to say you're going to pay it and then to actually pay it. For me, there's so many other options to send XRP. To be able to send it over Twitter when it was free, it was kind of a fun thing. We had BeatsFin set up this system where we had balances and we could send each other XRP with a hashtag over Twitter. And yeah, we would send people tips. People sent me tips. I would send other people tips. It was a lot of fun. I just feel like now, with so much more available, is there a point? I don't know. It might be fun to use the XRP tip bot again. Unimportant, if more diffuse, effect of relaunching the XRP tip bot. This one courtesy of Wrath of Kahneman. It creates an already working, viable money transfer system on X. So it might be that there's a conflict of interest. Remember, Elon Musk is already looking to create a system where we can send money over X. I'd pay for the service, fast, cheap, easy. Great if only for the press, XRP community, and with the AMM potentiality, providing other payout assets could be interesting as well. So some interesting opinions about this. Of course, other companies like Spend the Bits, who run on the XRP Ledger, did come out the other day, gave a presentation here. This is Jay from Spend the Bits. I'm not going to play this clip, but I will link it in the description of the video. He did retweet out the original 707 crypto tweet here, but making a few corrections, okay? Interoperability, yes, that is correct. The XRPL is interoperable. There's going to be Canadian bank access to their new rollout, Tier 2, but yes, correct. BTC mortgage payments, incorrect, so I guess we're not going to be able to pay our mortgages through Bitcoin. Spend the Bits will be releasing 2 more additional apps on top of it. Fiat only will go live June 1st, along with the Cash Merchant Portal in Canada, P2P, so peer-to-peer and peer-to-business app. We will be bringing QR code payments in North America as well. Spend the Bits Flare app will go live mid-June, including a merchant portal to accept BTC payments. So that is going to be interesting. This would go live in El Salvador and then worldwide. Yes, we are in the progress of obtaining global coverage for the Spend the Bits platform. Our existing XRPL retail app is in production and functional for all the Canadian users. No updates will be pushed until the reserve issue is resolved. Number 5, WIP integration to achieve 1 million TPS and immersive integration. And there's also going to be USDC CCTP payment support in the Flare app, along with an immersive integration to make payments on the MasterCard network. USDC to local fiat conversion is live on demand. And number 7, finally, our first institutional cross-border white label portal will go live on the XRPL by the end of June. So it looks as though June is going to be a big month for Spend the Bits. Huge news there, guys. More integration over the XRP Ledger and the partnerships too. They just keep adding on as well. Ripple partner HSBC in the UK specifically, they have partnered with another company called Ember, and they've done this to create innovative insight tools designed for small businesses. My Business Finances has been created to reduce the burden of financial management and free up time for business and focus on their local core activities. And it does so by embedding Ember's intuitive accounting and tax software with HSBC UK's online banking platform. My Business Finances can produce real-time profit and loss reports, self-assessment tax and available dividends reports, enabling business owners to make smarter decisions. In addition, it automatically categorizes spending by tax code and generates invoices. So here are just some other quotes with regards to this. But again, another opportunity here for a Ripple-enabled bank to work with another one of their partners here, in this case, Ember, to provide small businesses with financial insight and more opportunities, I think, to streamline their services for their customers moving forward. So all great news, guys. More developments on the XRP Ledger. And I'm thinking, even in the news, they're saying it without saying it. Jack the Rippler here pointing this out. Boom. He's talking about XRP without mentioning XRP. Listen to this.
No, I would agree, because we haven't yet made the jump where there is institutional buy-in. And I like to use the example, if the Bank of Mitsubishi in Tokyo needs to transfer $100 million worth of yen to the New York branch and convert it to dollars, you need $100 million worth of yen in Tokyo and $100 million worth of dollars in New York. You're tying up $200 million in capital. If you can attach that to a coin, it's simultaneously, so the bank frees up half the capital. That's a big deal. But we haven't made that jump yet.
Yeah, but it looks like it's coming, doesn't it?
I think so.
He just explained getting rid of Nostro and Vostro accounts through a mechanism that would be XRP. Attach it to a coin, send it from one bank to another, eliminate the need for $100 million on each end, making it $200 million. And guys, he's using the example of MUFG, Mitsubishi Bank, which we know is in fact a Ripple partner. Even just bringing up this old press release from November of 2018, in an official press release issued by MUFG, the financial giant announced the signing of a memorandum of understanding to develop a new cross-border payment service as part of a joint effort between MUFG and Bradesco, another bank based in Brazil. So there you guys have it. And I think I don't know who this guy is, but it sounds like he knows a lot more than he's letting on. Oh, it's a guy named Adam Johnson here from Client Zone. But he's letting us know on Fox Business that XRP is going to be the choice for banking institutions, already mentioning current Ripple partners in that clip. So yeah, we're moving away from the speculative market into real-world utility, as per Craig DeWitt. Has the train left the station? Are you guys all tapped out? Have you guys purchased enough XRP? And for more information on my selling targets, where I'm going to be selling my XRP and other cryptos, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.